Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. So in this video we are going to cover the Goku, the Super Saiyan Goku GT, and we are going to take a look at how he performs, just in terms of attack and defense stats. In terms of leader skill, he is a 170% Goku's family lead and 170% GT Heroes lead and a 150% Goku family lead. His passive is attack plus 180%, defense 120%, randomly changes key spheres to rainbow top. He gains an additional attack of 20% per key orb obtained, plus an additional 50% defense per GT Heroes category unit on the team. He has an active skill that triggers after firing all 4 super attacks, and that will increase his attack damage and also do extreme damage to the enemy. On his super attack, he greatly stacks attack per turn and stacks defense for a single turn at 20%. Overall, the unit looks very good. He has a good link set. GT is a very good key link for obviously other GT characters, but he also has prepared for battle, which makes him well equipped to deal and connect with other Saiyan characters. Fierce battle as traditional for Dokkan characters that awaken through awakening medals from Dokkan events. And of course he has Kamehameha, the Super Saiyan link, and he has the Golden Warriors link. The best team for this card will be the GT Heroes team or the Goku's family team. He also might do pretty well on a Super Saiyan and a Pure Saiyans team, and he can find some kind of floating space on a Kamehameha team. He'll also be pretty good on a Giant Ape Power team. The one thing that you want to keep in mind when using this Goku is that you are going to need to have at least 2 GT Heroes on rotation to get the full benefit of his defense. So if you don't have enough GT Heroes category units on the team, he will perform a bit worse defensively than he might with them on the team. But beyond that, he's got some really strong connecting GT partners that you can run that are pretty good. He connects really well with the SS4 Goku, he connects pretty well with any Super Saiyan, and he connects relatively well with a SS2 physical Goku that's not too bad as well, that we'll use in this video. So right off the bat, we have Goku sitting here in the second slot. We also have 2 GT Heroes and we have the full support from him. So this is a 55% Goku sitting at 130k defense, which is really good, really solid. Obviously he does have some support from the Gohan and Goten GT. They give a GT Heroes support buff of 40% to attack and defense. We also have Goku with at least 5 links activated, which is pretty good. And we'll take a look here, hopefully at his attack stat, if Goku does not kill this Vegeta, although he probably will. But that's okay. We've got plenty more attack stats to see, so it's nice just to see Goku sitting at that 130k defense mark. Because of the way his active skill works, that you need 4 super attacks to get it off, people might be inclined to build Goku into additionals to get the super attack off, or the active skill. From what I've seen, it's still way better to go into the crit build. For this unit, you definitely want to go into crit. He only greatly stacks attack, he doesn't stack his defense or anything. There's no other utility on the unit, so generally you want to go into crit with Goku, and you kind of want to build him into that direction. His high attack stats coupled with a chance to crit will really cause a lot of damage anyway. And even with the additionals, you could definitely accelerate the active skill quite substantially, but the active skill itself is more aesthetically pleasing rather than actually being tremendously useful as a form of damage. So I would definitely push towards crit on this unit and on Vegeta. Goku, unlike Vegeta does not have a farmable SA, but Goku does. Goku's SA can be farmed from the GT event. There is a tech free-to-play Goku that you can use as SA fodder for this Goku. So there is a free SA material. We will now see Goku in a very similar situation to last turn. So pretty similar, stats and everything. We've got support again on the rotation. This time Vegeta should not die in that first slot there. So we will be able to see an attack stat out of Goku. Probably something pretty good, above 5 million. We got a decent amount of orbs as well, so we will see some good attack stats there. Yep, so 6 mil. Very good stat from Goku, coupled with his 130%, 130k defense, plus the fact that he would have raised that a little bit on his essay as well. So we would be looking at close to probably 160k defense, which is a really good mark to have at 55%. It's really solid. And then we also can take a look at obviously that very high attack stat, plus as a unit he has that baseline additional built into him as a physical unit. So realistically we're looking at a pretty solid attack stat from Goku. Really good performance, really impressive performance. Obviously on the Goku's family team, because you can do a lead of the Go Bros, you can run both GT Hero supports, which really obviously helps Goku, especially in this Goku's family sibling bond kind of hybrid build. It really helps Goku in terms of his performance, but you can run both of these supports on his GT Heroes team. So you can run 2 of his best supporting situations on his GT Heroes team. You can run his best linking partners directly underneath him as well. So that is a plus to Goku. Really helps him out in terms of performance. And overall, he looks really solid. So again, we're sitting at a very good defensive mark. We have no support on this rotation, so we can see that our defense has dropped. We do have pretty much every link active, which obviously is something we do need to keep in mind. You can see that his defense has dropped. This is due to not having the support, but the attack stat is still really good. So you can, even with, and that was with a little bit less orbs. So Goku defensively has a little bit of fluctuation, but offensively he can reach really high peaks, and I think that's probably the thing I've noticed the most between him and Vegeta. When you run Vegeta, you generally get stability, I want to say. You get kind of a stable attack stat, really good attack stat, and really stable defense. Whereas with Goku, you get kind of the opposite. His defense can fluctuate a little bit, and his attack stat can sometimes dip a tiny bit, but it can reach really high peaks. So for me, that's a really impressive thing about Goku. He's really good for nuking events as well. So overall, Goku's really solid, especially good offensively. At 55%, they are both super impressive. Goku is a very impressive unit, 55%. The leader skill, I'm gonna be honest, is okay. GT Heroes doesn't have a lot of events or conditions for it yet. There's no GT Heroes SBR, there's not a lot of GT Heroes IDBH challenges or LGE challenges or anything like that. The GT Heroes also themselves fit under a lot of other teams. They all fit under, for the most part, either Shadow Dragon Saga or Great Ape Power or Artificial Life Forms or Space Traveling Warriors or Dragon Ball Seekers. So most of them can be run under other teams, generally are better under other teams like Hybrid Saiyans. So overall, by the way, really good attack stat again from Goku. Overall, I think the leader skill is okay. GT Heroes is a very cool category, very powerful category, but it's not a necessary leader skill to have. It's not like a team you absolutely have to have. Running GT Heroes is basically just an excuse to run the SS4s and Goku and Vegeta as a pairing with, the Trunks and Goten as supporting cast. That's really, what GT Heroes sums up to. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just right now, doesn't feel absolutely needed. I don't think it's a category you're going to go amiss on. If you don't have the SS4s though, and you're looking for a good Vegeta family and Goku family lead, you definitely can summon these guys. Goku family and Vegeta family categories, on the other hand, are very strong. They require a lot of challenges that they're in. There's a lot of categories that need them. There are SBR stages for them. So on that front, even though their major leader skill yet doesn't have a lot of things that it's useful for, they definitely still have a very useful leader skill overall. Maybe not the hottest leader skill, but definitely a useful leader skill. So what we're going to try and do here is we are going to try and get the active skill. It's going to take a while, so I've chosen the Bojack event. Essentially, we're just going to push through the Bojack event and get a realistic look at how many turns we're going to need to get this leader skill. We're running the same team. We have put B-Pan in for our active skill, and also we are running a Goku. Sitting at around 60, I think he's at 69 or 79% in the system. So he's got a dupe or two in him basically. This is just so you guys can get a look at how dupes affect some of his stats, you know, in terms of attack stat, defense, and all those sorts of yummy things that we like to check out in terms of our units. So we'll take a look at this Goku. Obviously defense is now sitting a little bit higher than the 130 mark. So that is good to know. He will obviously scale upwards as well. Remember, he does stack 20% defense. So we are looking at a Goku that will be close to the 190, 200 mark in that defense after he supers. So very, very impressive point. Obviously having a dupe in him does help from that aspect. He does have support on a rotation as well. But he should be more than fine here. And attack stats, still very impressive. You know, just depending, the attack stats going to fluctuate depending on how many orbs you have. But at this stage, we are looking at Goku pretty much at his top capacity in terms of this one with his dupes and everything. That's going to be the regular attack stat you're going to get. Probably looking at around about 5-6 million. And with 160k defense with support, 200k after super, he's very good. Very good unit. I think the only pity about Goku, I think the leader skill is, it's alright. It's probably a 6.5 out of 10 leader skill for me. And the categories he's on are a little bit unfortunate. It's nice that he's on grade 8 power. He can link up with the Vegeta there. But overall, he does seem to lack a couple categories that he could be on. Not under-categoried, I think he's got enough. I just think he's waiting for something like hopefully a Baby Saga category eventually along the way. Maybe, you know, eventually he could... Yeah, I mean, he is a little bit under... I do find it a bit weird. I think they could have put him on youth. I know it would have been a bit strange, but I think him going on youth and being able to link with the Goku Jr. would have been pretty good. The fact that he's not on youth while he has kid in the title is a bit strange. So yeah, that is something that you could keep in mind for the Goku, for sure. We will have him here, 141k defense. So obviously without the support he has dropped a little bit. We are going to get 7 orbs here though. So we will see a really solid number from him. That 141 will change to about 170-ish after super. So, and we'll get B-Pan's active skill. So it'll still be a good turn attack stat wise for Goku. We shouldn't see anything too crazy. Kind of more of the same here from Goku. Piercing that 6 mil bracket, you know, just very impressive numbers. Nothing too crazy or untoward. And then we got an additional super attack, so that is going to help us get the skill a little bit faster, which is really good, obviously. Really going to help us out. But you can see just how long this will take you to get in a real, well, not a real fight. Obviously, Dokkan event is, you know, a real challenge for some players, but you will see how long it, like things like Super Battle Road, you're probably not going to see the active skill that much. I'd say in all long form content you will definitely see it. The only restriction is the amount of supers, so you will definitely see it in things like IDBH, LGE, you know, the God event that'll eventually come to Global, the new GT event that'll eventually come to Global. You might see it even in some Ultimate Challenge stages. So yeah, definitely wouldn't say it's not got uses. It's just not for short form content. It's not something you're going to see when you pop in to do a Dokkan event or to, you know, do a quick stage or a quick run of something. You will probably not see it pop up at all then. And then, yeah, well, we can see from the active skill, it's good, but obviously it's been, the unit's not built around its active skill. It's not like a transforming unit or something like that, or a Jiren or a Gogeta where their active skill is quite clutch and useful in certain conditions. It's more an augment to the unit, and it's very aesthetically pleasing, but it's not something that I would say is 100% necessary for the unit. So here we go. This will probably be his worst defensive stat, because he's only linked with one GT hero. He's got no support or anything. So this is probably the lowest his defense can go. And then, of course, his attack stat will be interesting to see. We are going to get 6 orbs. We have been averaging quite a few orbs. Obviously, changing to the, creating rainbow orbs does help in terms of producing attack stats and everything. And Goku's going to be sealed, which is lovely. So thanks for that. We are going to get Goku sealed up, which is going to prevent him super attacking, which is going to cause us to have to go an extra turn. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So we should be more than fine if we push through all these stages. We should still get enough turns to get Goku to get that super attack and also be able to fire off the active skill. So yeah. But yeah, otherwise, like I was saying, overall Goku's really good. If you haven't summoned on the banner, I do think doing the first round of discounted summons is more than fine on the banner. I think it is very acceptable. I think this Goku is a well worth unit. If you're into GT and you're into Goku and you're into the SS4s, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't want to add this Goku to your collection. He's very good. He can help you with a number of SBR if you haven't done them. Anyone that he's on the category for, he will help you with. He's great for Goku's family, stages and teams and team building. So yeah, I think that's where he thrives the most. But you can use him on Pure Saiyans. You can use him on a couple challenges like that, Super Saiyans, Pure Saiyans. But I really think Goku's family is probably where this unit comes off the best. So we'll see. Again, we're getting just a look at some numbers from him. Remember, this is the unit with a dupe, so you can see how that dupe affects him and makes him perform better. Obviously, as always, dupes improve your stats, so that's really just going to affect his attack stat, his defense stat. But the nice thing about a dupe is if you do get 2 dupes or 1 dupe, you will increase his additional chance slightly. Even if you're building the crit build, you will get obviously a lot more critical, but you will increase his additional slightly. So, with 2 dupes in the hidden potential system, even if you are building more towards a crit orientated build, as you should, you will get the chance to proc more additional attacks, which will help in the end overall with your performance. So it is something that I think, I don't think it's impossible. The earliest you can get his skill, by the way, if you get a additional super in both of your first 2 turns with him, the earliest you can get your skill with him is turn 5 and 6. I don't think it's impossible to do that. I don't think you should build towards it. But yeah, I definitely think the active skill is not something people should be getting too concerned about. Like I said, it's a good damage boost, and it's a good attack boost for him. But it's not like it debuffs the enemies, it doesn't stun them, it's not like it buffs your entire rotation, and it's not to the exact level of the Spirit Bomb. That does incredible amounts of damage and buffs your rotation and makes attacks effective against all types. And it's a good active skill, it's a good damaging active skill, but it's definitely more aesthetically pleasing than it is damage wise or augment wise. I don't see it doing that intense an amount of damage. But here we go, obviously just a last glimpse of his defensive stat, and we'll activate Goku's active skill. I'll let it play out. So obviously that was against a strength unit, but you can see it's not like it did a massive amount of damage. It wasn't a guaranteed crit or anything. Units like Kid Goku, Int Kid Goku have guaranteed crits in that on their active skills. And that, I just think it's a good active skill. It's very, very attractive. It's a very awesome looking skill. And I think from that perspective, people are upset, and I get that. I agree completely. I would love to see the more awesome animations and all that sooner in the game. But at the same time, obviously, just giving them active skills for you to use isn't necessarily the best thing in the world. But we'll get one final shot of Goku's crazy awesome attack stats. And yeah, we'll go into just taking a look at who links really well with Goku, who you should be linking with them, and yeah, we'll wrap up the video there. But overall, my thoughts on Goku: good unit. If you want to summon for him, go for it. The discount summons make it an easy decision for me to summon. I did a first round summon on both banners. I got, obviously, as you can see, both of these sub banner units, which are good, so I'm not too upset. But yeah, here we go. We'll take a look at Goku. So I think the most important skills here for Goku are going to be prepared for battle or GT. Followed up with Super Saiyan, which is a very important link. And probably just Fierce Battle. Getting those 3 links, a Key Link and Super Saiyan and Fierce Battle, honestly is enough for you to run this unit. Then you can say, okay, well, I want to add in Kamehameha, and you're probably done. That's probably as much as you really need from this Goku. That's, I'm not going to say every link he needs, but that's realistically all the links you need for Goku to succeed and produce pretty similar stats to what we've seen here. I think that's, I don't think there's anything more that you need for Goku. So we'll link up those, and as you can see, there's plenty good linking options for Goku. Plenty on the Goku family team, plenty on the Final Trump Card team, plenty on the Super Saiyan team, plenty on the Great Ape Power team, plenty on, just Kamehameha team. So overall, really good linking set, very nice generic-ish linking set, barring the GT link. So like beyond that, there's nothing really too unfortunate about his linking set. Obviously here you can see a little bit of a change up when we take a look at some of the units there that he can link to, but overall the Saiyan lineage is probably not a link that you're going to be too concerned about. So I definitely think you should more push towards the Kamehameha, Super Saiyan, the GT also is a good link. That Agility Trunks is a good linker, and both SS4s link really well with him as well, so that's really good. Both the Tech Full Power Goku, the LR Goku, the Vegeta, the baseline Vegeta, the AGL Vegeta, and the LR Vegeta, they all link really well, which makes them good for a Great Ape Power team. And obviously this SS2 Goku that we have here is probably his prime option. This is actually a decent Goku if you put time and effort into him. He actually has a decent passive, and he has some pretty good baseline stats, so he could be a really good option. But yeah, that's going to be about it. You can obviously link him with this Vegeta. But yeah, that's going to be all from me. So let me know how you find Goku in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Cheers, and bye!